Welcome back to Breezy the Teacher's YouTube channel. Today we're going to be learning how to make basswood earrings. The first thing that you're going to do, as you can see right here, is get you a long mat. If you don't have a long purple strong grip mat, that's okay. You can use a different mat, but this cut of wood definitely needed a 12 by 24 mat. Once you put your piece of wood down onto your mat, you want to make sure that you are taping around it. Now, I used to tape every single edge, but I've learned that taping here and there and a little bit along the edges will be okay. So, here we go. If you see, I'm not using tape every single place, but just enough to make sure that it stays in place. Now, I do feel like the strong grip purple mat for the Cricut is absolutely 100% okay without using tape around it. I have now entered Design Space today. I'm just going to make circle earrings. So I have cut it to around 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches in Design Space. Once I have prepared the circle, I'm just going over to the right side of Design Space and clicking the duplicate button. I duplicated as many circles as I could in order to fit the 12 by 24 purple mat. Once I have designed all the circles, I go under the specifications and click the 12 by 24 mat, and here I am arranging the circles. Make sure that you are not overlapping any circles because it'll cut over them. Been there, done that. Don't make that mistake. It is a little hard going all the way down and making sure that the circles are completely aligned, but we made it successful. Once you've done that, you're going to click the green continue button and it will lead you to where you need to hook up your Cricut machine. Now, before I was able to go ahead and cut, I needed to switch out my blade. Here is the regular blade that comes in every single Cricut, whether it's the Cricut Explorer Air 2 or the Cricut Maker. And I've taken that out and I cleaned it because it was a little dirty, and I'm switching it out for the knife blade. On the left is the regular blade, on the right is the knife blade. If you can see, the top part of each blade is completely different, and so it's so important that you switch out your blades. The Cricut actually will not let you cut basswood without the knife blade in. Second thing, make sure that your star wheels go all the way to one side. Doesn't matter if it's the left or right side. Here I'm pushing them to the right because that's easiest. Once I have all that done, I'm going to click the green continue button again, and it will lead me to ask what type of material you're using. We're using basswood 1/16 inch. It also will give you the reminder to move all of your star wheels to the right or the left side. Once you're in there, load up your mat and press that C to get it going. It'll start reading to make sure that your pieces are where they need to be and it aligns up with what you did in Design Space. Once the Cricut has read the purple mat, it will start cutting your circles. This one called for 16 passes to cut all the circles. I stopped it at 10, so I stop it usually when it hits around the 8 pass mark, and I check it with my weeding tool. This one, it took about 10 passes to where I felt like every single circle was good to go. You see that Cricut is hard at work the entire time. So I was able to pull 2 off without a weeding tool, so I went ahead and stopped it and pulled the rest off, and then I unloaded my mat. If you can see, they are perfectly cut circles, no edges left behind. Now that we've cut the circles, I went ahead and cut out a white vinyl the exact same size as the basswood circles. Once you've cut it out on your Cricut, you're going to go ahead and weed it out. Just pull it up. This is some of the most satisfying work that I love to do. Weeding out vinyl is just so incredibly relaxing. Make sure you cut out each circle individually, and we're going to head on over to the Easy Press. Once you're at the Easy Press, you're going to heat it up to 340 degrees and put that piece of vinyl on top of the basswood for 30 seconds. It'll stick a little bit to the easy press, but it will easily fall right off. Once you've done that, this is Siser vinyl, and I'm able to peel it off while it's completely hot. I did put it underneath a mini easy press just so the wood wouldn't warp or anything. I was a little worried about that, which no worries, you don't have to if you don't want to. Make sure that you repeat this process with every single circle, making sure that the vinyl fits almost perfectly over the wood. Now, I will say I wish I would have made the pieces of white vinyl a little larger, so the next time I do this, I will make sure that it's just a little larger than the piece of wood. Here it is in real time. You're taking the piece of basswood, placing the white Siser vinyl circle on top of the basswood. I was doing 2 at a time, placing it there, and then carefully placing your easy press on top. It will shift. And there it is. If you saw, they just slid right off, and we're going to peel away. I did push the white vinyl edges around the circles as much as I could if I got them just a little bit off. I also did a second layer of vinyl on these basswood earrings. So here I am weeding out the second layer. This will be in black and it will go over the white vinyl. I cut these around 1.5 inches by 2 inches so it would fit onto the circle basswood piece. And this is a time-lapse video, so it is definitely a lot of weeding. It does take time, but the satisfaction and the end result is so worth it. If this is your first time doing this project, just make sure that you're taking your time. There is no rushing involved. All right, and we just keep weeding away, and we're going away in 3, 2, 1. Back to the easy press. This is the second layer of vinyl. If you see, you're just going to place it where you see is fit. Since it's vinyl on vinyl, it will stick much easier and you won't have any of it pop up like the white vinyl did just a little bit in the beginning. Once you've placed your pieces where they need to go, the same setting occurs, 340 degrees for 30 seconds. Since this is also Siser vinyl, I was able to peel it off right when we were done with the Cricut Easy Press. I was pretty satisfied with the end result here. So those are the 2 ones that I made. Now on to the earring making. I used a regular drill hole. Make sure that you're drilling at the very top in the middle, and once I was done with that, all I did was add jump rings and a hook, and that was that. Here are the 2 finished projects. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe so you can see more YouTube videos with Breezy the Teacher. Thank you for tuning in.